Hi, I'm Brian, and I love Hallmark Mysteries.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark Mysteries.
I'm Dan. I despise Hallmark Mysteries, and this is the Deck the Hallmark Podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's great to be back here today talking about K-9.
Sure.
And their mysteries.
Surrounding them, yes.
Yes, the jazz. It's super jazzy though.
Super jazz.
What was it? Plane of K-9? Plane of the jet, the operation jet.
Fly Dog.
Fly Dog.
Fly Dog
Studios.
from yesterday.
Yeah.
Fly Dog Studios. Yes, that's a good callback. It's like
Thanks,
we
man.
just recorded it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
We've never
to
done this.
you,
We've been doing this show
Aaron.
6
Happy
years.
birthday, dear Aaron and Dan. Happy birthday to you. Birthday month.
Speech.
Yeah, speech. Yeah. What's your life been like? Hey, I got you this.
I think
this
you.
nice pen.
Dan,
If
what do
this
you want
is
to say?
all that I've been given.
None of us have turned 40, by the way. That's why we haven't done this before.
I'm 41 this year.
Yeah, none of us has turned 41 before.
He is
I'm
older
41.
than me.
Yes, but on an actual
On the
episode.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's true.
I'm pretty sure we did an episode where I was 40 last year. Pretty sure.
This year, this specific birthday, everyone knows you sing on air if you're live on your 41st.
I don't know why we did this. I was
Speech. It's a
rule.
expecting gifts, and I got none.
They're in the mail.
This pen is almost out of ink.
I got you this.
Gently used.
Thanks.
Close your eyes.
Nope.
Close your eyes.
No.
I want you to be. It's
Okay.
it's
All
an
right.
You're
auditory
going to be
game.
tired. Your eyes are
Are you
41
ready?
years
Are
old.
you ready?
It's tape.
Yeah. How was that?
It was so great, dude.
You
This
always
is a
tell me.
different podcast.
Dan starts every day with ASMR.
Yeah.
I call him ASMR Dano.
You sure do.
Yeah.
ASMR Dano.
ASMR DANO.
Thank you guys. Thank you. This was you guys. I could tell you put a lot of thought into this and you
Yeah.
planned it out,
Man.
and that's what means a lot.
It was
to me.
exhausting, actually, the planning.
Yeah.
The meetings.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
One cannon.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was crazy. Man, Dan, what's your favorite and least favorite birthday memory from childhood?
Oh, yeah.
The least favorite's very easy.
Same
but
here.
I'm going to get such a hard time about this. I celebrated a birthday in the hospital. I know. I celebrated. a birthday.
happened? What happened? Oh, why were you in the hospital,
Did somebody you know get
I
sick?
tried not to say it.
No, you didn't.
What happened? Oh, your ears perked up when I asked about the
man.
worst. You're like, oh boy. Why were you in the hospital, Dan?
I was in the hospital because I was in a car accident.
Oh, man, here we go.
Oh, it's
Oh, did somebody hit you and destroy your knee?
I broke my femur. My hemoglobin levels were like under 4. I couldn't sit up.
That's a sick brag,
I was in
man.
the hospital for 8 days. I turned 17 in the hosptal, guys.
What about your best?
My best birthday was, I've had a lot of really good ones. I'm very
Except for that
thankful.
one bad one.
I graduated college the day after my 21st birthday. And that weekend, I was given a graduation birthday present from a family friend, and it was tickets to see the Yankees play the Red Sox with flights included.
Whoa.
That was pretty amazing.
That was a good gift.
Pretty amazing gift. I graduated in August. Yes.
That's
Undergrad.
Dan. That's Dan's. He's
Yes.
like, oh, I went to summer school.
course,
I
man.
went to
I
summer
did,
school.
so I could start
I'm an
teaching.
overachiever.
Probably because he was in the
I was
hospital all
trying-
that
Yeah,
time.
I
with
had
his
to get ahead
broken
of it.
femur and lowered
I had to
cholesterol,
get
whatever he
ahead
had.
of it.
I don't know what you want from me. I'm an overachiever who's
Hemoglobin's
smarter
so
and more
low.
talented than you two.
Yes,
and
thank you.
I don't. What do you want?
Thank you. Guys, can I talk about something that happened? Can I talk about something that happened today? We're doing a thing. Everyone knows it. Dan and I are doing a thing where we get smoothies twice a week.
What in the world?
Sometimes
This is unbelievable.
Sometimes
I'm trying to be a good friend.
Yes.
And you're all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sometimes
We did not get smoothies on my birthday, so clearly now you're giving it up that my birthday hasn't happened yet. You guys are gonna feel really, really bad if I die before Wednesday.
You'd be surprised
Can I have your
how
card?
little I'll
My
buy.
life insurance policy has not been completed yet.
Did you do your
Rest in
survey?
peace, obviously.
Did you
Yes,
do
I
the
did.
survey?
I did the survey.
Yeah, you did.
And I did it in 11. I did it in 11 minutes.
Yeah, under
New
threat
record.
of getting Justin getting
Yeah,
your
your
cell
cell
phone.
phone
That's
number.
right. Yeah.
New record,
I
Brandon.
think this is a good guy. Give him my number. No.
I'm sure he wants to congratulate you on your time.
Thank you. Yes, 11 minutes. She told me it was a record. She said
She
said
going to war on the survey over
So
there.
proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Back to the story about me. Go ahead.
So sometimes I have to work my way up to wanting the smoothie for lunch because sometimes I was thinking about how much I like
burgers
hot
and
wings.
fries.
And so
We're both doing 2 smoothies a week for lunch in 4 days. So there's only 2. Yeah, 2 of the 4 days this week we do smoothies.
Dan said, "Brian, are we doing smoothies today?" And I said something along the lines of, "I don't know, I guess." And then he laughed.
Yeah.
He chuckled.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel bad.
But
it makes me feel, and I just want you to know how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like I'm Dan, and I would do smoothies 5 days a week if it wasn't for my butthole business partner,
Dumb
Brand.
Yeah.
That's how it makes me feel. Whether or not it was your
That's
intention with the
what he's doing.
chuckle,
It's
true.
that's how it made me feel. And I made a point. I said, Dan, your chuckle hurt my feelings, and it makes me feel like you don't even want me to be around
Makes me
anymore.
feel like I'm your
It
butthole
kinda
friend.
it makes you wish that I wasn't alive. And you did apologize, and you said, intentions matter, blah blah blah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Intent,
No,
impact.
matters. Yes.
And
One of the
I just
eyes.
it just hurt my feelings, and I wanted to put it on the record.
First of all,
we ready to go?
First of all, I apologize to Bran
Yeah.
for how he felt because impact is more important than intent.
did.
I was not intending to be mean, but it came off that way.
He made sure that Aaron was recording on video
Aaron
before he
heard this whole
apologized, which was
conversation.
crazy.
She's dying laughing in the background.
He's like, Aaron, come in, record this. I'm about to
No,
apologize.
No. And that's the other thing is I apologize all the time.
What does that say? That says a lot about you.
I hurt his feelings,
Okay.
and I'm sorry about that.
Impact matters.
Impact over intent. You need to. That's a lesson that people don't know. They need to learn that lesson, and I need to learn it too. Because
Taking
See,
us
but
to
even
school.
in his apology right there,
Yeah,
he's throwing other
really.
people
Throwing
under the
shit.
bus.
I feel like a butthole.
He's like, I know. I'm so good at
I
apologizing.
will be the first to admit to
Of
you.
course you would be.
that my entire life, I say things and the tone in which they're said gets me in trouble regularly, and I'm trying to work on it, and it doesn't always hit.
41 years,
but I
man.
tried my best to tell Brain after that, I want to eat not smoothies every day. The only way I know how to handle this is to get out in front of it and go, this is what we're doing. Any other option is not an option. I have to laugh it off, and I have to move forward. And I feel great eating 2 smoothies a week, but I hate it. So I wasn't trying to come off as Brain's a doofus. I was trying to come off as that's not an option today. We got to eat a smoothie today. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the tone, sometimes the tone isn't good with me. Listen, you guys have 6 years of audio. We have 1,200 episodes. There's times where I've said some stuff that's hurt somebody's feelings, and I still don't know it. And you know what? I'm sorry.
Dude, twice
I'm
a week.
sorry.
Like smoothies twice
Yeah.
a week for me.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
In this situation, you're both right, though. Like, Dan, you got to plow through it, and regardless of your feelings, and Brant, big man for, voicing how you felt.
Thanks.
Aaron, you got the audio, though, right? We got this somewhere we can...
Let's cue that clip.
Erin's in the other room, and she listened. She stopped what she was doing and listened to this entire conversation. You're covering your mouth because you know that I'm right.
I don't know how I could have been doing work and not heard this conversation. It was so loud.
Aggressive, it sounds like. Yeah.
Bram was, not me.
What you just
Oh, boy.
heard was pretty much a reenaction of what happened. And then they look at me like, do you want to see?
Did you get it? What kind of smoothie did you get? Aaron went out and got everything they wish they could eat.
Yeah.
She's like, fried chicken,
I
fries.
haven't eaten my lunch, which is steak and mashed potatoes. It's in the fridge. And I didn't feel like that was the moment to go eat my lunch.
That would have been fantastic.
She goes, heats up a steak. She brought she wheeled in a grill today, which is wild.
That's crazy.
Like,
We
guys,
really
look what I
had a
got.
ventilation
Oh,
for
no?
that.
I'm on my own?
I'm just saying, it's just because it doesn't look like things. I do have feelings. Just because it looks like everything is just
plow
like
through,
whatever.
yeah.
The only way I know how to do 2 smoothies a week is to be like, that's what we're doing. It's Leo energy.
Get in
It
the
is
van.
just full this is what we're doing.
Main character.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I can't hem and haw. If I hem and haw, I'm going to get a pizza. I'm not going to get a smoothie.
Or get nothing, just thinking about it, and then be miserable for not having anything. And
No,
then be
I'm eating lunch.
That's what I would do.
I'm eating lunch.
I'd be like, oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh, it's not Monday? Gotta not eat again?
Dan, I just want you to know that I see you, I
Yeah.
hear you, and
Dude,
I appreciate the
But
work
you
you're
know
putting
that
in.
our favorite times together, we like to go and get food.
I know.
We still do it, Brain.
Like you did today when
Love
Brad
you,
took you out
buddy.
to lunch with his 50%.
That's exactly right. That 50% hit different. It hit different.
I didn't hear a thank you.
No, he didn't even thank me.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
All right.
He thanked me from his hospital.
Totally
bed.
fine to be the villain
thanked
that
you with
never
his eye.
apologizes and just rolls over everybody and just is mean around here. Fine. It fits
You don't
well.
sound happy to be that guy.
Fits well. Shut up, Brian. Nobody asked you.
Yeah, shut up, Brian. You suck.
Oh, man.
Brian
went on.
Sean, get in the
Just-
shed, Brian
just
Sean.
one-
I'll see you in the truck, Brian.
One too many lines. I got too cocky. I was flying under the radar there pretty good for a while.
Hey, Dan.
Man.
Yeah, what's up,
I
man?
love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
Jazz Ramsey, a K-9
Did you
mystery.
do this so we wouldn't have to talk about jazz?
Yeah,
and
dude.
jazz?
I don't
Yeah.
got a
I think you had
lot
to finish
here.
your synopsis.
I don't got a lot here. I don't got a
It's
lot
just
here.
not many words.
man.
Let me throw something in here.
Jazz Ramsey, a K-9 mystery. Originally aired on August 2nd, 2024, and a little something like this. The movie kicks off with dogs.
Yep.
We're at a K-9 institute for fun. I don't know what it's called. Like the K-9 Institute of
Oh, man. What are they doing?
Big Boys. The K-9 Institute for the
Jazz
Big Boys.
Ramsey K-9 Institute of Flyaway
Flyaway
Studios. Fly Dog
Studios,
Studios. That's right.
LLC.
Jazz Ramsey is
Not the
busy.
DBA. It's different.
That's right. Jazz Ramsey is busy. Who's this? Zeus. Hey,
Zeus.
Zeus, how are you? What'd you get, Dan? What'd you get, Dan, for his birthday?
A big bang.
A big meat bag?
No, a
What'd you say?
big kiss.
A big
You don't-
kiss?
you don't care?
No,
He doesn't care.
A big cake.
Big cake.
A big cake?
Oh, yeah.
K9. A cake, huh?
Cake.
A cake nine.
Nom, nom,
I
nom,
love
nom,
you,
nom.
buddy.
Love you.
Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
Man. So Jazz Ramsey is training dogs for service. Apparently, she is very passionate about this because her firefighter dad died, even though he was following protocol. And if they had sent a dog in there ahead of time, he'd still be alive. I think that's the moral of the story. She's currently training a dog named Zeus. And she goes to the school for girls to demonstrate the power of dogs because they have a forensics club. Club forensics. Club forensics.
Don't take money. Don't take pain. Don't take no credit card to ride this train.
Club forensics. And so during this demonstration, things get a little too real, a little too quick, because Zeus finds actual remains underneath the rug. She pulls up the rug and finds a dead body. Detective Nick shows up. It's quite clear that Nick and Jazz have a past. They used to be a thing. Now they're not a thing anymore.
Not a thing anymore.
And the body belonged to a teacher that used to work there. Nick questions Jazz and her friend, the head mistress, Sarah. Apparently, Sarah was the only one with the key there. And also didn't like this teacher back when she was a student there.
Bad combo.
That's a bad combo. Maybe she did it. There's also this janitor that's basically like, I'm glad she's dead. And so, like, maybe
They're
he...
always after his Lucky Charms.
Yeah, maybe he did it. Even when Jazz and Sarah were students, everybody basically hated this teacher. No one liked this woman, and no one is sad that she's dead. So
Sounds a lot
Jazz,
like how I'm getting treated around here, to be honest.
yeah, that's true. Jazz starts working alongside Nick, even though she is still very mad that he didn't come to her dad's funeral. But sometimes you just got to work through things and talk about it 3 or 4 times throughout
I
the
thought
movie.
you meant work, like go to
Eddie,
work.
Eddie, just like smoothies, you just got to plow through it.
You got to go to work. Yeah, sometimes you just got to do it, man.
Eddie is Eddie, the janitor.
Eddie's Eddie. I've said it for years. We
Yeah.
talk about that all the time.
Hey, Eddie.
Eddie's
Yeah,
just
he's
gonna-
good,
Eddie's
man.
got Eddie.
Yeah, he's
You know
gonna
what I mean?
Eddie.
Eddie's gonna Eddie. Eddie, the janitor, was like, "Hey guys, I'm angry all the time. I'm so mad. Everybody is always accusing me of murder and stuff." Turns out he didn't do it though. The only thing he's guilty of is punching Jazz in the face. So
Slapping her with a board.
slap,
actually.
bam, wham, bam. We find out, everybody, that the teacher went through a tough time. Her husband and her daughter were killed in a car crash. The woman responsible for the death didn't serve too crazy long of a time. That's wild. Apparently, she really took an interest in one of the students, and that student is now missing. Apparently, that is enough to give Jazz all the information she needs. She figures it out. She figured out the case. The teacher's not dead. What?
What?
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. And this woman took this student because she thought that she looked like her daughter and was like, let's give this another shot. Me being a mom or whatever. But she is now waving a fire poker at Jazz. And that's really the only weapon you need.
That's right.
She basically admits to everything. Nick then shows up. And the fire poker kills them all. Just kidding. It is not an inconvenience at all. They arrest her really easily. Zeus finds a new home for being a good boy. A new department somewhere.
Farm. They sent him to a farm down south.
Oh, no.
So Nick surprises her with a new pup. A new pup? A new mystery? I don't know. And that was Jazz Ramsey, a K-9 mystery.
We did it.
Club Forensics. Dead body. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Jazz Ramsey here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Sounded more trapped than anything.
Roof. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking about Jazz Ramsey, a K-9 mystery. The only mystery we have right now is our thoughts on this movie. So we're going to head into the...
Nicely done. That's really good, dude.
We're going to head into the hot take
Better
part of
than
the
this
show
episode deserves.
where we share our thoughts on this movie and just about life. Brian.
Yeah.
Dang
I'll
it.
take it.
Ryan,
Man.
back to you, Ryan.
I'm right here, too.
Yeah.
Brian with
I
a
don't even
B.
look
show
like
for
him.
2
I have
years,
sleeves
Brian.
on.
You do have
That's
sleeves.
right.
Brian,
Yeah.
what do you think about this movie?
This one, I actually like this movie. I had a real good time. I don't know what it was about it, but it felt like super cozy, like in the pocket of coziness. And
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. And it just worked really well. I did not see the twist at the end coming. Completely out of left field. Pick any
It's
field.
completely out of both fields.
Yeah, not a chance I would have guessed that was what was going to happen. Almost not fair to do it, but I still liked it. Had a real good time. I thought that a severe weather warning and Rachel Scarston,
Yeah, you're nailing it, dude.
really good together. Like, I just enjoyed them in this, and so I don't know. They kind of nailed the coziness. I kind of want, fingers crossed, like a winter or a Christmas one version of this, like where it's just real snowy and cold and Christmas lights are up. So yeah, it worked for me.
I said at the beginning of this episode of this program,
You're doing a bit, right?
No.
You're doing a full-on bit.
No, not this
You
time.
love Mondays
man.
in this movie?
Not
Get
this
out of here.
time. I'm as surprised as anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised anybody. Okay.
you can always get me with an okay. I'm easy. I'm an easy boy.
You're an easy boy.
I said
We
at the
know.
beginning of this episode that I love Hallmark mysteries, and I'm beginning to question myself in that regard because I just don't. I have like a hard time with the basic like structure of most of these mysteries that air on the Hallmark Mystery Channel, and there's something about it that just does not pull me in like a regular Hallmark movie does, or especially a Hallmark Christmas movie. I'm in by default. With these movies, I find myself going in, and if I'm not immediately like drawn to the mystery or to the characters, I have a hard time. And I had a hard time with this one. Guys, I'm just trying to be transparent. I'm trying to be honest and real about where I am. That might be why I maybe will like the sequels that we're getting soon of some of these other mysteries that have started up more than these pilot ones, because I already know the characters, and the mystery will maybe be a little bit more important to the story. I didn't jive with any of this. I didn't really dig the characters, and the one character I loved, Zeus, was not a big part of this movie. Was similar to the 8-year-olds yesterday. Was there at the beginning, was very important, and then just occasionally, just like, hey, good boy, just kind of hanging out. And I want the K-9. want to be the
in the title.
It's a K-9. I want K-9.
Do you think
And-
maybe
go
this
ahead.
is part of why you were so irritable about the smoothie?
Yeah.
Movie?
Maybe
Could've been that.
I might
Wasn't
have something to do
hunger,
with
it was
it.
the
Yeah.
mystery.
Yeah.
It was the mystery.
Man,
No,
it's
we were
unfortunate.
watching this during the lunch conversation, so that probably did not help.
I just and you know I don't like not liking things.
Yeah.
Like it puts me
You
in a
love
bad
to love things,
It puts me in a bad mood. And so there's nothing about this movie that is particularly like bad. I thought that all of the acting was solid. The characters, even though I didn't connect with any of them, like there's nothing bad about it. I just didn't care about the mystery, and I'm in a tough spot when it comes to the mysteries. That's what I'm finding out. Maybe this isn't the right show for me. Maybe we should get somebody else to cover the mysteries because I don't like. Maybe we should find someone that loves them.
Aaron Shea replacing Brandon Gray.
Maybe we should find someone that loves mysteries. Is all I'm saying. Maybe we should
If
find
we could
somebody.
find someone.
Man,
find someone-
check under that tree.
Yeah.
Because I don't. It feels inauthentic for me to
Yeah,
start the
to
show by
lie.
saying I love mystery, where I'm starting to doubt whether or not I do.
You have to start
That's
saying
where I am.
I'm contractually obligated to say I love mysteries.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I don't like that about myself. Dan?
Yeah, this movie is really rough. I think my opinion's similar to Brand's, aside from the don't like not liking stuff, don't care about that. And also, I can say I despise at the beginning. So once again, different. But the Hallmark mysteries are tricky, not because they're mysteries, but because Hallmark movies really can run the gamut from 0 to 10. Like there can be some real terrible ones and there can be some really great ones. All mysteries are like a 3 to an 8. And those are sometimes those zeros on Hallmark, like the Chris Russell with colorblind glasses, those become some of the most memorable movies. When a mystery movie is bad or not immediately grabbing you, it is like death. It is so boring. It's
that's
just
the point. It's
no,
death.
no, different death.
Oh.
And so what happens is, and it happens, one out of every 3 or 4 of these things, in the first 20 or 30 minutes, Brandon and I'll be watching it, and it just feels like all of the oxygen's been removed from the room. And it's not because of smoothies. It's because the movie, we're having a hard time caring at all about what's happening on screen.
Guys, I got to be honest with you. I wasn't even bothered by what Dan did. I just was looking for something to do.
That's right.
I was just picking a fight with my buddy Dan because it's fun.
Yeah, I just
want to do something fun.
It immediately
traumatized
for
Aaron.
us, it lost me really, really quickly, and I didn't care. I was not invested. Did the twist at the end catch me off guard? Yes, because I don't get it.
It was confusing.
I don't think
Still a little
it's
bit.
possible what happens
Yeah.
in this movie. And she basically decides that this girl looks so similar to her daughter that she's going to become her daughter against her will. No, that is not. With all the clues we had, we could not have pieced that together. In my
But also,
opinion,
I mean, maybe
I
they
thought it
explain
was
this.
bad.
Aaron, I think you like the movies. Okay,
Do you love
Do
mysteries?
you know
The one who's screaming.
the person that's under the floorboards? How'd they come up with that is her? Did they just look at her and go, "Oh, that's the teacher"?
That's
And they
the
didn't
student.
do any
It's not
sort
the
of
teacher. That's the student.
The student?
The student became the teacher.
Who is under the floorboards? The lawyer is under the
course.
yes,
Lawyer.
who looks like.
No.
No. Let me
Just-
explain this to you. So what happened?
See what happened.
What had happened was the teacher, Miss Quinn, is out with her husband and daughter.
Yes.
Gets hit by Susan.
Right.
Susan goes to jail for a
Right.
little bit of time.
Right.
Gets out. Changes her name. Starts over. Becomes a lawyer.
Right.
Miss Quinn is tracking her because she wants justice.
Great.
This is why you use incognito mode.
When she starts to, when she meets,
You're a serial
I don't
killer.
know who the new student is, but she sees the student.
Yes.
It looks exactly
able
like
to
her
prove
daughter,
it.
Layla.
Yeah.
I think she has a bit of a psychotic break
Right.
Yeah.
and starts planning this
Yes.
based on the hamster, which they want to make sure we
Everybody needs
understand.
something to do.
Right.
So she kills the lawyer.
Right.
Leaves, switches clothes. So the
Yeah.
lawyer is buried, clothes,
Yes.
glasses, all that stuff. She leaves and pretends to be the lawyer. So everyone's
Right.
like, oh, Quinn is dead because she disappeared.
Did they not do any test on the body?
So they did. They did DNA and dental. Dental came back saying it is Miss Quinn because Miss Quinn hacked the dental records.
That's right.
So
there it is.
dental
Yeah.
came back saying Quinn. So they're great. It looks like her. It matches. But the DNA came back later saying no, not her.
Yeah, okay.
And she
I
just
missed the
basically
hacking
decides-
of the dental.
Yes.
And also just the idea that, hey, that,
Yeah.
Is that she looks like my daughter?
Yeah.
What if I made her my daughter? That was the thing
I
that.
don't think she said, I'm going to make her my daughter. She thought Layla
She
had
thought.
like
She thought it was
reincarnate.
like reincarnate.
She said,
Yeah.
my daughter came back to me.
And this there are movies where that works. This is not one of them. It
We
didn't
just
earn
had
it.
two
It didn't.
movies in
Yeah.
a row where like maybe some therapy.
That's right. Yes.
Big
maybe
time.
lots of therapy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anya's cousin or cousin is a therapist, I think Anya said.
She does have, in the family, yeah.
There you go.
That would
So
help.
maybe a movie where
Just
Miss
got to go
Quinn
to
and
British Columbia for
Jennifer
that.
Lee get some therapy and help.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, my big thing was how did they?
Mystery episode.
Right. I was just confused
Only when
how
you're
they
someone that-
how they confused the person in the floor
Well,
with her.
nobody knew the lawyer was missing.
Yeah,
and so
got
they were
it.
like, "Oh, missing body. This teacher went or dead body. This teacher went missing. Must be her."
Got it.
So they made that assumption, and then
You guys
Dental-
remember Mystery 101?
That's great. Thank
Maybe
you.
we switch this
Thank
to
you,
like,
Aaron.
hey, remember, you know how you do this with Deck
Thank
the
you, Aaron.
Lifetime Uncorked where Dan doesn't watch it?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you stop watching.
Maybe I should stop watching.
Aaron
Thank you, Aaron.
explains it, and then you
Then
discuss.
it wouldn't be like the same segments. People would get wound up about that. I get the feeling. But we can talk about it.
No one complains about that delight from uncorked.
It's true.
We just do a new thing for the mysteries.
Yeah,
We
maybe.
just do a new thing.
It becomes
New
a
thing.
mystery.
we
Yo,
can do
who's
whatever we
doing it?
want to.
Yo, who's doing it?
Let's get to all the feels where we talk about. Like, should there be an all the feels stuff in a mystery movie? I don't know.
Right, it's a weird. It's
I mean,
a weird.
if there are
pocket,
Guys,
man.
we're having a powwow right now.
If
We're
you
having a
have
powwow
ideas,
right now
send them in.
in
We're
real
so
time.
disinterested in this movie. We're doing anything other than
We're
yeah.
doing
But the problem
show
is some
prep.
of the mysteries are really good.
That's
and
right.
Fun, you
That
know?
is
Like,
why
you get-
fundamentally why
it's
I
like the
wasn't gonna say
smoothies.
it.
You plow through because you're gonna.
some of the mysteries are worth giving the full treatment to. I think that is the big problem.
The full business.
Yes.
Easy boy.
Although Brian over here thinks this is one of them, so I don't.
I like it.
Hey, and any feels?
Yeah, Zeus, freaking Zeus, hero of
Yeah,
the year.
yeah.
When he started sniffing out and running towards that closet where that bag of clothes was, like Foo Fighters, "There Goes My Hero" came into my mind. Like I could. Zeus.
Watch him as he sniffs.
It
was watching as he sniffs,
got it.
everybody.
But the real feels was a board to the face. Are you kidding me
Watch
right
him
now?
as he woofs,
Oh
bro.
man, yeah, you could do the woofs.
Sorry, go ahead, Brian. You were talking.
Yeah, the board, just a board to the face, looked a lot worse than it. It seemed like it was going to be a lot worse than it ended up. Just a little bump on the head. I thought her whole face was going to be smashed in. He crushed her with that board. Ouch.
I
one.
guess my feels is that janitor just as a character.
Yeah.
That guy, I'm pretty sure, is Canadian that was just doing a bit.
And the fact,
Yeah.
anytime somebody is doing something,
Yeah.
like doing a bit,
Yeah.
doing a character,
A Boston
I,
accent.
I sit up a little bit and I put my glasses down and I go, oh, I think they're doing a bit. And so shout out to that. Dan.
Yeah, the Zeus the dog. Are we kidding? You're right. Like, come on. All three of my dogs are German Shepherd mixes, and I just want to adopt all the German Shepherd mixes. So I'm here for that, and go to the Humane Society at near the nearest one to you. Find a Shepherd mix and give them a home. They are so loyal, wonderful dogs.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we will get to the Wait What and the What the Hallmark here on Take the Hallmark. Woof, woof. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Jazz Ramsey. The K-9 mystery. That's what we're talking about today. And it's time for the Wait What. It is where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? Brian.
Yeah. I got to start off with the elephant in the room, or more specifically, the dead body in the room.
I'm sorry. We practiced beforehand. Full mental
did drop
block
the
there.
ball now.
Can you go back to
Yeah,
the
Yeah, go ahead back to the
Welcome back
beginning.
to Dead to Hallmark. We're talking about Jazz Ramsey,
Woof, woof.
K-9 mystery.
Yeah.
It's time for the Wait What. That's what we're talking about. Well, in this movie, let's go Wait What. I'll start with you, Brian.
I'm not Ryan. Oh. Yeah, I got to start with the elephant in the room.
Thank you.
Philo. Philo.tv/DTH.
That's right.
Pretty,
Nailed it.
pretty good. We should get some graphics on there and do some real trunks when you do that. Do that in
I
post.
thought our trunks were pretty cool.
I thought our trunks were great. Make fun of my trunk. It's unbelievable.
It's a little small.
On his birthday.
It's a little tiny little
On his
trunk.
birthday.
Little tiny little trunk.
Nonetheless, on my birthday.
So the elephant in the room in this case happens to be the dead body in the room that would most definitely just smell terribly and be noticeable immediately upon walking up into that room. I don't know. I wasn't clear on how long it had been there. It could have been anywhere from months to years. I don't know. It had to be in a tough, I don't know. It had to smell really bad.
Yeah.
So that's kind of brutal. I was kind of disappointed that Zeus's trigger
So
word.
can I really quickly? That brings up a good point.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I thought that it was a fresher body
Sure.
that would have been able to look at is because the one shot that we get of the body is of a foot in a shoe of a heel, and that foot
It all looks
fairly
fairly new, yeah.
So I think
dead.
that's why I was like, you could look at this person and
be able to tell,
like
right.
that's. But apparently, it's been long enough to where
That would
at
make
the very
more sense.
least,
Yeah.
That knowing how the body's been there a while raises all sorts of questions. But the biggest question is the thing that body is in, the lid to it is raised off the ground under a rug. So everyone that walks in that room knows something is there.
Yeah.
But no one walks in that room. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, they
It's-
keep it
it's
locked
always,
up.
It's
Oh
always
my
locked up.
gosh. Oh,
Super hot up there. Can you
super hot up
imagine?
there.
Holy
But like
cow.
if you're hiding a body,
Yeah.
don't hide it where the rug clearly
Yeah.
has an emboss in it. Like just don't do that. Hide it somewhere else.
The rug there
Yeah.
to cover that spot.
It's still obvious with the rug there.
Yes,
The rug just saves us like 2
100%.
seconds. The rug doesn't help at all.
Yeah. Real weird spot.
It's been there a whole year per Bethany McGraw-Smith.
Man.
There you go. Okay.
Unless like the HVAC is just keeping that.
I haven't seen a ton of year-old dead bodies, so I don't know how quickly
Ryan?
no
I-
comment, I've been told, is
I,
the appropriate.
That's right. I don't
Catch
know
on
how.
Monday though, guys.
I don't know how quickly a body deteriorates, but like
Good job
the
with the
that was
all I'm
really
saying
good.
is the one shot that I saw of
Yeah.
a foot in shoe made me think that it was a more recent thing than a year. That's why I was a little bit confused.
Yeah. So that's a tough one. So the other thing for me was in a lot of true crime podcasts, you hear about dogs doing this type of work, and they all have like a really cool word that is like their trigger word for search or go find. It's not usually like find or go. It's like konnichiwa or like
Man,
Taco
decided
Tuesday.
To go full
like,
racist there.
No,
huh? Just
that's a-
Konnichiwa or Taco Tuesday.
That's the name of a restaurant
Is
in
your
town.
option?
You know that? So you have like a cool word.
You can
that-
think of any
Siesta.
word in the English language.
You know? Siéntense.
Buongiorno.
Paris. So there's just usually a cool word. Total, just a big missed
My man
opportunity.
had all day to prep too, and he came in hot with Konnichiwa. I cannot believe it.
Really funny story about the word konnichiwa that I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, maybe off air would be great.
But
on
just a
Monday.
great opportunity to do something funny and cool and clever and just find or whatever. It was just a very basic thing. Continuity thing, love these. The guy was loading the back of his car with boxes, and on one of the boxes it
Oh,
said,
this is the worst.
yeah, it was. What did it say? It said board games. And he put it in prominent, huge, written,
Massive.
huge.
It's worse than you think it is too. Keep going though.
And then they cut away and it's gone. And then I feel like we see it again. It shows back up.
I'm going to let Bran explain all this because he watched it twice.
It
But I'm here
was
to tell you right
a
now.
mess.
This is Hallmark editing. I get it. You have a limited amount of time. This is the most egregious editing error I've ever seen in a Hallmark movie, or for that matter, any television movie we've covered for this podcast.
Bran, what'd you find?
The most egregious. Go ahead, Bran.
There's at least three separate versions of this box. One with board games written with a little puzzle over top of it, a little bit more down towards the center of the box. One without anything written on it, and one with board games written on it, but at the top with no puzzle piece over the top of it. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is a 14-day shoot. They shot this scene, I'm assuming, in what, like, all at one time.
Yeah, you would hope.
It's not like they're coming. I mean, so he clearly somehow they decided, let's, I guess, make this guy walk into the shot every time and put the box down, and it just doesn't matter which way he puts it down. I don't know why you wouldn't just, hey, let's bring it in one time and then shoot all of your coverage with the box in the same way.
It's unbelievable.
I, for the life of me, can't figure it out.
It is like a Mad Lib. Like they are just throwing different. I don't know how it happened. It seems like more work to have made it bad.
Yes.
It's
Like, just
terrible.
don't write on, like, it's simple. Like, we
Don't
know
write on
we're
any of the
cutting. We're
boxes.
making weird things. Like, let's not do anything too specific.
Because if you don't write on any of the boxes, then if I say something like, well, the box was here, then it's here, you guys are going to give me a hard time.
Yeah.
That's a very small thing.
Minor.
If you make different boxes and have them in different places with different writing over and over again, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it threw me because they do these things, like they make these movies. They've been doing this a while. This is such a weird thing. Like
easy fix.
Such a weird
easy
thing.
fix.
And it feels like too, like even in editing, you could just cover that up like
Easy.
real quick.
Easy.
I don't know how that slips through. The last thing, I didn't really like him having and using the key to her place and just letting himself in. It just didn't feel right for where they were at in their relationship. Little weird.
I just wrote down, just because you have a key doesn't mean you can let yourself in.
Yeah.
For instance, if you dated someone for 3 years and had a key and forgot to return that key, then you became estranged because you didn't go to her father's funeral. You know when you shouldn't let yourself in, even with a key? Then that's when you don't do it. Yeah. You knock on the door like a normal, polite human being and not scare somebody senseless. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, that
was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of her friend who invites her, hey, do you want to come talk to the forensics club?
Yeah.
And you can, bring your dog and you'll do a demonstration. When Jazz says the word human remains, her friend or teacher is just like, hey, you've gone too far. It's a forensics club.
That's right.
Like, they're going to talk about this stuff,
That's right.
but she was like, I can't believe she said human remains at the forensics club. It's crazy.
And to piggyback on that, they're like, parents are really upset that you brought real human remains to the forensics club. And my response was, why? I know parents get upset by all kinds of stuff. This is not a science class. This is forensics club. These people have signed up for extracurricular class because they want to learn how to do forensics. Of course you're going to, how else would you do that? There was a forensics thing that happened at Shannon Force, and they always had human remains there. That was part of the deal.
Someone brought a knife?
No, different.
It's the club. It's an elective.
It's a club.
It's a layered elective.
Yes.
It's not even an elective class.
I saw layered elective.
It's a club.
Some of the choices they made.
I can't believe she said it. And last but not least, I am so mad that I got attached to Zeus, and then Zeus was sent away to a farm down in Georgia. I am so mad. In my mind, this mystery is the Zeus Chronicles, and he's the main character of this series. And come to find out, not only is he not the main character of this movie, he's not going to be in the rest of them.
He's just there to sit and stare off.
He's not going to be in the rest of them.
It's unbelievable.
I was sold a bill of...
Sent Zeus to a farm down in Georgia. That's the actual excuse.
What's still a bill of goods?
Sold a bill of goods.
I was sold a bill of goods. That this was Zeus. It was Zeus's story to tell. Zeus didn't talk. Zeus was barely in the movie. And he's not going to be in the rest of them because he was sent away.
Zeus does so little after finding that.
Messed up, man. Don't bring this dog into this movie. Make us fall in love with him and then send him away. It's messed up. It's messed up. I was looking at the wrong camera. It's messed up.
What made you feel, though?
Go to this one. Messed up. Don't do it. Dan.
This janitor who is so suspicious.
Eddie?
Good luck with the Blarns.
He is trying his best.
What, Eddie?
Eddie, are you on the line?
Come again?
I don't know if we have time.
Good luck with the Blarns.
I don't know. This feels offensive.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to make fun of Irish people. We've already established, but... Yes, leprechaun's not offensive, but this is.
What if I told you I am a leprechaun?
Nope.
That helps.
Nope.
Oh.
Marshmallow.
Eddie in this movie already is super duper suspicious because that's the point of that character. After they find this dead teacher, or so we think, literally they haven't found the body for 10 minutes, and he begins to talk about this person like they are Hans Gruber from Die Hard. He talks... someone has murdered this woman, and 10 minutes later, the guy who is in every room and has a key everywhere pops in to go, oh, you want me to tell you how much I hate Mrs. Flanagan or whatever her name is? Let me tell you how terrible
Rest in peace,
this
obviously.
teacher is. I know that we just found her and she's dead, and someone murdered her, but I need to get off my chest just how awful a person she is.
That's when you do it.
I don't No. Rachel Scarson's character, Jazzy Jazz, DJ Jazzy Jazz, she insists that she is going to join the investigation with severe weather warning. Now, the problem is she's not deputized to do so in any capacity at all. But the case that she makes for coming on this case and being a part of the case is this. She says, I'm coming with you. My dog found the body. I went to school with these people. I know them. Yeah. Those are all reasons that you should not join an investigation. You having a personal stake and interest, we've seen this 1,000 times. Those are the people that get too close to the case to solve the case. You are actually arguing against yourself here, ma'am. You should not go and be a part of this investigation. Brian, I can't believe you didn't mention it, but I'm here to help you. This guy gets an email of a resignation letter.
I told you he wouldn't mention it.
You're right. You were right.
I didn't mention any of the tech stuff because I thought it was perfect for this.
He gets an email with a PDF of a resignation letter.
You can't make a PDF.
He sees this, runs to his car.
Oh, yeah, the computer,
throws his phone on the dash, gets his laptop out.
This isn't acceptable for what I have to do.
Pulls up the same PDF and compares it to a sheet of paper. Yeah. This was too big of a deal.
Perfect, man.
For the phone.
That's right. That's a situation where it just felt like, man, that's why I didn't mention it. It was just so natural. Like, obviously, you open up the laptop.
I couldn't believe.
I actually don't think
that the laptop was needed for this.
I think that the phone would actually be more helpful in this case because you can zoom in, zoom in on the signature.
Yeah, but you want to see it in all its glory, the whole thing.
The rest of the letter doesn't matter.
Such a waste.
The only thing that matters is the signature. Yeah. That's what he's comparing.
The laptop was a full Brian Harold move.
Both letters were word for word the same.
Oh, it was the same letter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. But
Brian, you were right the whole time. Get that laptop out.
But he didn't need the laptop for that. You can read it on your phone.
No, it's not the same.
You're crazy.
It's not the same.
You can't see it.
We have to talk about this. We have seen so many of these mystery movies where the murderer is holding someone at gunpoint or knife point or against a cliff. We see this all the time. It's like, don't come any nearer because I'm going to kill this person.
Jumperley, don't you come near.
Different? Nope. This killer is holding a fire poker at the police officer like it is a gun. I don't know why the kid is staying there. I don't know why the cop or Rachel Scarson hasn't moved in yet. This person has no ability to hurt you. They have a fire poker they clearly are so uncomfortable with. They're holding it so far away from them. It is not a threat to literally anyone. It was really, really bad. That's all I got.
It's time for What the Hallmark is, where we wonder what could have been. Maybe advocates are clearing any questions that we still have. Brian, what are you still wondering about?
If this was explained in the movie, I missed it, so clarify. Susan, who is the one who was actually murdered. She was the drunk driver who became the lawyer who got murdered, right?
That's right.
She got real close to Bernadette Quinn, right? How did she not know who Quinn was? Didn't she know that she killed her family? How did she get
I think she knew that
so
it was
close.
Miss Quinn, and she just wanted to help her to like
redeem?
She felt bad.
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to help you because
Okay, so weird to me.
Because Miss Quinn says that she was along for every part of the plan until the end when they walk into that room and she realizes she's about to get murdered. She was helping her.
So she thought she was like redeeming herself and whatnot.
I think Miss Quinn called her and was like, explain the situation. Like, I'm suing the school. They're trying to fire me. And she was like, yes, I'm going to help you.
Oh,
it's
man.
going to clear my conscience.
No.
And then she got murdered.
So weird. I would wouldn't want to be in either of those situations, but I can't imagine being the person who did that and then being like, all right, I'm just going to hang with this lady and we're going to make things right. Like, that's just not happening. So, it's so weird. Like, I wish it was addressed in some way where they explained, like, she was cool with, I don't know. It was such a weird situation there. I don't know.
Let's see if you got an answer for this one, Fancy Pants.
Yeah.
It's the person who watched the movie and paid attention. The nerve. Why this room that the principal only has the key to? Why was that the room they chose to have the forensics club meet in with why was that the space they went to have this dog time?
Because we needed to discover a body.
Fair, thank you.
Done and done.
Like, we never used this room.
Yeah, I just think it was a space that was out of the way, and they wouldn't.
I think it was just renovated too. Wasn't the renovation just finished?
I don't know. Like club implies after school. Plenty of places readily available to use.
Club would have been meeting in the same place every week.
Yeah,
and would just use that room.
You picked the murder room.
Okay,
that's
thank
a good
you.
room.
Thank you. Ha! Stumped her. Stumped
Got
her.
him.
Dano?
Yeah, Brain already mentioned mine, but
Thank you.
I understand. You're welcome. I understand that this says jazz.
See, this movie brought you guys back together.
Jazzy Jazz, K-9 Mystery. Say good.
It's split you apart.
No, other hand.
Other hand.
Oh.
The rest of the show.
That's right. Okay. Jazz, K-9 Mysteries. It doesn't say Jazz, Zeus Mysteries. However, I was very attached to Zeus.
Listen, Zeus is on the cover of this movie.
It was real tough to, at the end of this movie, write him off like, we didn't need this good boy. Like, if you could tell Zeus he was a great boy but wasn't being picked up for the second movie, just imagine Zeus's heart breaking. That's how I felt, because Zeus deserved better. He was better than this movie. How dare you just write Zeus off with, he's going to a farm down south. Are you kidding me right now? Get out of here. We did it. Who's this? Brian? I don't see him.
We will be back tomorrow with another one. Until then, we're the first to wish you a Merry Christmas!
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.